All right, you heard Frank Vogel, guys, speaking about the situation that happened there in the third quarter, the way the team rallied, the way that they protected their guy and kind of came to their guy's defense. That's what you hope to see. And you know, you were saying this earlier, Rob, in the pregame show, like when you don't know guys, it's hard, right? You're getting to know guys on the fly, so you never know how guys are going to react in certain situations. What did you see from this Laker team tonight?
I saw a team that came together and said, you know what, today was a bad thing. We've been bad on the road. You know, this is a golden opportunity for us to shine and show you what our mental capacity is and who we are. Do we have the gall to go out and take this game? Because think about it. I know we always sit in the room probably like this one's over. But somehow the Lakers said, you know what, let's tighten up our shoes and go at these guys. And they played better defense. They played better offense. They cut down their turnovers. They moved the basketball. They came together as a team. And that's what you have to do in situations together. You have to tighten up as a team and come together and be one. And the Lakers showed championship caliber quality tonight.
Yeah, you never want a physical altercation to be the thing that brings your team together. But yet, when it happens, I think it showed us that, look, we might not have been playing the best basketball. We might not be in sync together yet, but we do like each other, and we do care about each other. And when LeBron got tossed, you could tell that brought them together. And I think that made them play better. You saw guys step up. Rob talked about Carmelo. Westbrook knew what he had to do. AD, sense of urgency on the defensive end stepped up. And collectively, they pulled out a game. It didn't matter that Detroit wasn't playing that good. They needed to show that they could stick together in a situation like that. And I think they did a pretty good job of showing.
I would argue in a sense, too, that with all the veterans inside that locker room, this is probably what you should expect from a team like this. As Russ mentioned after the game, as we've talked about, you have one of two ways to go. And it's either you fold or you come together. And you expect this. I think as much as we sit here and we try to break down the games and we talk about the frustrations, you're already 8 and 9. You've had the influx of rotations and guys in and out due to injuries. But then you have something like this. It takes something like this to look your brother in the eye and say, we have to come together. It's at that point, it's at that time, and you lose your star in LeBron. How are we going to handle this situation? And I think what the Lakers did is exactly what you should expect from them. Not what you hope. It's what you expect from a veteran ball club.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. All right, good stuff, guys. More to come on Access. Russell Westbrook helped.
Us down 15 going into the fourth quarter. You were really aggressive getting the team back into it. What's the mindset there in a situation like that?
Just be aggressive, man. I'm part of my job and part of what I've been able to do for so many years is be aggressive, use my ability to be able to help my teammates out. And tonight, it must win for us. You know, Brian going out, and we got to find ways to win games, especially on the road. And tonight was a hell of a win for all of us. All Laker Nation, we needed this one tonight, and, you know, we got it.
You mentioned LeBron goes out of the game. Of course, there's the situation with Stewart at midcourt. Russ, how did you guys get your composure? What did you see on that, and how did you come out after that?
It's like adversity. When adversity hits you, you figure out what you're going to do. You fold or you come together. In that timeout, we came together. They still made a run, but we stuck together, stick to our principles, and came out with the win.
A lot of stuff with you and AD in the fourth quarter on both sides of the court. What is that like for you? What are you seeing from Anthony Davis as you grow together?
Just growth. Me and him talked about it many times. And it's us two, our offense, Brian. We figured out what worked for us in the fourth quarter, and we stick to it. We did that tonight. Got a shot every time down. Got any shot we wanted, and it was successful for us.
Last thing for you, you mentioned that you needed this win. How do you guys build off of it, Russ?
We got no choice now. Just go out and keep competing. We know what it takes. We know what we have to do from start of games to finish. We can't have lapses. Teams is coming at us every night. They're giving us their best shot, and we know we got to come out and compete at a high level, and we did that tonight. So
appreciate it, Russ.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, good job, Mike. I do want to get your opening thoughts, Rob, just on that come from behind victory and the team kind of rallying behind an ejected.
When LeBron went out and then Detroit went on that run, I was like, okay, this might be a wrap. We're going to have some chairs tonight and talk about some good stuff or some bad stuff. But what I want to talk about really is what Carmelo was able to do. You know, Carmelo had his woes from shooting three ball on the road. 5 for 8 tonight. Shot it very well. Kept him in the game. Gave him a little spark. It's amazing how you get guys like that to start knocking down threes. It sparks the team. Back in the day, it used to be dunks, but his threes sparks the team. Next time they get a run. AD played very aggressive. Of course, Westbrook did. The attacks to the basket. It was great team basketball.
You want your stars to rise to the occasion when a team is struggling, and it was a struggle. I mentioned when they're down 15, you're thinking this is rock bottom for this team. They're going to go to 8 to 10. 8 and 10, they're going to be on a 4-game losing streak. LeBron gets ejected. This show is going to be a lot different, right? But Russ, AD, Carmelo, they all stepped up. I do want to start with Russell Westbrook, who had a huge fourth quarter, scoring 15 points in the fourth, and he was outstanding. Russell finishes with 10 of 21 with 26 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds.
Yeah, I said it takes him a while to get going. He's not a fast start at the beginning of the season, but you can see he's starting to pick up his game. I mean, he's always been able to get his numbers, but very impactful numbers tonight when they needed him. In the fourth quarter, he was in attack mode, stepping back, shooting from the perimeter, making assists, only 3 turnovers, Geeter, and really had a big part to do with the game. Not a great three-point shooter, but not afraid to take it, and definitely not afraid to take it to the bucket when they needed him in the fourth. But you take a look at the Brody balling.
I think for me, if you look at his stats, the 3 turnovers, and that one last turnover was kind of silly, so he should have only had 2 turnovers in the game. And for me, that's what I always look at Westbrook. I don't care what he does anywhere else on the court, because we know what he's going to do with the points, the rebounds, assists. I always look at, the first thing I want to look at is his turnover, because when he keeps his turnovers at 3 under, they usually win.
I think the hope coming into this season was if LeBron James was injured, then it happened. That Russ and AD can get you, and the others, of course, can get you through games like this. But there were struggles, the OKC losses, Minnesota, those kind of games that kind of lingered and just put a different kind of vibe on this team, James, through 17 games. We talked a lot about it, and then you come on the road and you lose the first 2. But that's what you want to see from Russ. That's why he's here, and it was nice to see it tonight.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season when we developed this roster, everybody was excited. You know, we're going to be pretty good. Didn't have the start that we needed. You know, the ugly games that we were losing, Oklahoma, we were losing some games. It was just ugly. But you look at the good part of those games, the glimpses of the first quarter when they had a 14-point lead. Maybe they showed splashes. Now we're starting to see, you know, all of that was ugly, but all that ugliness is now starting to churn up into something nice. So Westbrook on the road, LeBron out, taking dominance of the game, you know, going to the rack, assisting, you know, good defense too. You know, that's what you want, and that's what people expected when we got Westbrook here. But all that ugliness that we've seen, it's cooking into something decent. It was kind of decent tonight. It's been ugly, but it's starting to look a little bit better. So hopefully they can keep it going.
We talked a lot about in the pregame show the bad third quarters. We said these are the 2 worst third quarter teams in the league. A minus 92 point differential for the Lakers, minus 93 from Detroit. Detroit wins that third 31-23. And Rob, things are looking bad, but now I want to show you what happened in the fourth quarter, because these numbers win you games. And this is what happened. 37-17. The Pistons just 3 of 18, while the Lakers shoot 67%, and they go 3 for 7 from 3. And by the way, 5 blocks in that final period as well.
Yeah, you know, the Pistons were hot the first 3 quarters from 3, and I think the Lakers say, hey, this is the fourth quarter, we got to bear down. And they went 1 for 6. They played very good D. I think Cunningham kind of showed he was a rookie. They shut him down. And Jeremy Grant, who was dynamic the whole game, they tried to key in him. They locked him down. You know, I think when the Lakers switch defensively, it kind of gets everybody antennas to go out. So they say, okay, we got to play a little better defense because there's going to be some mismatches around it. So, but the defense in the fourth quarter was awesome. And this is what we want the Lakers to do all the time, not just the fourth quarter, every quarter, because, you know, they're a defensive-minded team from Vogel, and so in AD, getting back to that mindset where he wants to be the defensive player of the year, because he can be that. He can be the MVP. He just has to be aggressive from the jump ball.
Yeah, there's not too many minutes in the NBA for zones either. I mean, Detroit just picked that zone apart. I was glad they went back to man-to-man, man up. You know, play some good hard defense. Rob was right. They switched when they needed to, and that's what got the defense, you know, rolling. And they were active. They started communicating, and then AD with the big blocks kind of led them into that victory in the fourth.
Got good news on a Sunday night for you.
First of all, I wanted to know what your vantage point was for everything that was going on at midcourt, and then how you guys were able to get in the timeout, you know, come out and play the game from that point.
On the free throw, boxing out, you know, Stewart tried to get physical with LeBron. LeBron did the same thing. everyone in the league knows Bron not a dirty guy. I nearly hit him. As soon as he did it, he looked back at him and told him, "Oh, my bad, I didn't try to do it." And he tried to. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I know nobody on our team, 1 through 15, was having it. We're gonna protect our brother. I've never, in 10 years, seen a player try to do that. Well, since I've been playing, I mean, obviously we've seen it before, but back in the day. But in recent basketball, like, it was uncalled for. You got cut above your eye, accidental. Like, it wasn't on purpose, and we wasn't gonna allow him to keep charging our brother like that. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do, but we wasn't gonna allow that, and we just wanted to get the win for him. Get the win for our team, get back in the win column.
And then just in the fourth quarter, you and Russ, both sides of the court, it seems like he was really aggressive early. You had a ton of plays on both ends in defense. Was that an extension of that, or did you guys find something else on the court, some kind of spark?
Nah, we just needed to win. I mean, at the end of the third, I think we were down 15, and Melo said, "This is where we figure out who we are as a team. Must-win game. One of our guys out." And guys just made some big plays, made some big shots. Russ, big three, big time layups. Melo, big time threes. Everybody on the defensive end, big time plays. We were able to get the win. And we needed it. And hopefully this can spark, a little fire under our, to get going. But it feels good to get back in the win column.
And that was my question for you: was there one player that stood out? You said it was Melo that got you guys together. How did you guys keep your composure through all this and then get yourself ready to play again?
Just gotta stay loose, stay ready. I mean, you get a break like that, especially when, a situation like that happens. The most important thing and the number one thing, you don't want anybody to get hurt. Their side, their players might feel a certain way, our players might feel a certain way, and you don't want anybody to get hurt out there. But I think we stayed composed, and we had it in our mind that we want to win this game, no matter what the circumstance was, no matter what the score was. We want to win this game, and we did it especially in the fourth quarter, playing how we're supposed to play, making the right reads, guys shooting in rhythm. Probably our best defensive quarter since this season, holding the team 17 points in the fourth. So, we got to build off of this, especially on the defensive end.
AD, kind of building off of what you were just saying about defense, obviously you had some really impactful defensive plays, including blocking Cade twice on the same possession. I'm just wondering, is there something different for you when you guys are playing defense at that level, or maybe you personally, are you reading the game differently? What's different that kind of sparks that energy from you or the group in the fourth quarter?
It could be a steal, it could be a block, it could be a charge, it could be anything, but whatever it is, we got to make sure we do it. We having too many, problems with straight line drives and blow-bys, which compromising our defense and putting guys in rotations too early. So we got to do a better job containing the basketball, but the last 5-6 minutes of the game, we were able to do that. And, I think when we're getting good rhythm shots and not being selfish offensively, it kind of gets us back in transition and get us a chance to set our defense. And that's when we're really good. When we're shooting bad shots and turning it over, guys put their head down or, complaining or whatever, and it compromises our defense. So as long as we're able to continue to do what we got to do on the offensive end, and when you see the ball go in, you kind of want to stop, especially when you're down, and we're able to do that. But we can't continue to dig ourselves in a hole and fight to get back. We need to be the ones that create leads and stick with them throughout the course of the game.
AD, Russ had better numbers in the fourth quarter tonight than he had basically all of the Boston game. What do you think was working for him during that stretch, and how did you guys seemingly feed off his play? Because it seems like everyone's play raised.
The dunk. That dunk just got us going, got him going, got his confidence up. I think he came back and hit a three. I think Diallo was talking to him. But that dunk kind of just sparked us. We already, playing a lot of energy, but that dunk kind of got us going. Kind of silenced the crowd a little bit. And we got going. We started making shots and started defending. So he played a hell of a game. Like I said, I think everybody level raised.